Welcome in to Behind the Script Day. My name is Emily Grace McWhorter, and I'm here with Alabama wide receiver Germie Bernard. And Germie, I want to take you back to a year ago, right? Mm-hmm. New campus, new uniform,
right?
New teammates, a lot of newness. Now you're on the other side of things. How different has this offseason been for you?
Well, I've adapted to newness. My freshman year, I went to Michigan State and I went to Washington. So I'm able to adapt to situations. Just going into this year, just developing a leader role. You know, I'm one of the older guys now. They like to call me Unc, call me Uncle Germ. So I embrace that role though. They call me that for a reason. So I just, lead the right way, help others, when they need it. And just be able to set the standard for guys so, when their time is to lead, they know how to do it the right way. Do
you feel older? Does it feel like you've been through this process, or do you still feel like you're that young freshman that's kind of cutting his teeth at Michigan State?
Nah, I feel like I'm old. I feel like I've been playing college ball for a little minute now. I've been around guys that, been in college for a little while. So I just matured a little faster than, others. But I'm excited to embrace this old role.
Yeah. When you look back at that transition time, is there anything that you really remember, something that sticks out to you that you kind of look back at and think, man, I've come a long way from my first day here on campus?
Yeah, just getting here with my parents, and I think everything just moved super fast for me. When Coach DeBoer got the job, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to stay at Washington or if I was going to come. And, I started school two weeks late. So everything was it was really fast, and it came at me, but I was able to handle it in the right way. God kind of led me through that, and, I'm just super blessed to be in the position that I am today.
I want to talk about your relationship with Coach DeBoer here in a second, but you mentioned that leadership role. Now, your journey has been one of, kind of having to be patient. Third string at Washington, and now you're in that leadership role in this wide receiver room. How would you define your journey kind of to this point, and what are your expectations for yourself as you lead this group of guys?
Honestly, when I think of my journey, I just think about faith. A lot of guys, when they go into college and don't get their way, they tend to get upset and, think transferring is the best option for them. With my situation, it was a little different. Like, I was committed to Washington for 2 years, but a lot of stuff had transpired. And, I ended up going to Michigan State, and it just wasn't the right, fit for me. But, I had faith in God, and, I kind of trusted what he wanted for me. I'm always doing what, he wants, and it's not about me, and it's about trusting and being obedient. And I was able to do that, and honestly, it was a great experience for me. I sat behind guys that are in the NFL, and they're balling. I sat behind guys like Keon Coleman and Jaden Reed my first year, and I learned a lot. And, when my time came to leave and I went to Washington, we had other great guys there that I kind of had relationships with already. Jalen Pope, Romo Dunze, Jalen McMillan, those are all guys that went in the first 3 rounds. And, those guys have been in college for a little while, and, they've experienced a lot within the football realm, and they were able to help me. And me just being patient and learning, I knew that my time is going to come because I was obedient to what God wanted me to do.
One thing I've noticed covering this team and you is that your faith is very important to you. That's the cornerstone of what you do here. And this past season, you'd have different Bible verses across your eye black. How did you select those? What was the thought process there? I know the UGA game, it was Psalm 145:18. Walk me through kind of the decision-making behind those.
Right, so honestly, I'm right now I'm in the book of Matthew, and I just pray to God each week, like whatever comes to you and you want me to, be able to show others and lead others to you, whatever verse comes to mind, please put that on my heart. And I think that he does that a lot of the times, and I'm just so grateful to have that relationship with him that I can do that. And I just want people to know that, God is a faithful God, and if you are obedient to, his word and you know what he wants you to do with your life, man, you're gonna be blessed. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I just pray. I pray each week, and you know, I just kind of hope and I have faith that he's gonna give me the right word to, be able to express somebody else, because somebody else does need that.
Mm-hmm. I love the way that you're lighting up as you talk about this. Let's go back to your wide receiver room. So earlier in the spring, you said that everyone can do everything when it comes to your group of guys. You're a little bit through summer camp now, heading into the season. What would you define this group as? What is their identity, really?
I think Coach Shep does a great job of describing us, and honestly, we're takers.
Takers?
We're takers. Like, when the ball's in the air, we're takers. And, just being a taker is a mentality. Going to get it, lining up in front of the guy in front of you, knowing that I'm going to dominate this guy every single rep that he's in front of me. And, I think that the older guys in the room have done a great job, or the guys that had experience here have done a great job of setting that standard for the younger guys as well. And Coach Shep, he does a great job of, leading us, the whole room, leading us the right way. And I'm just very grateful for this group. We got a lot of players that are gonna touch the field, and they're gonna be able to showcase their skills. And I think that it's important for us to just continue to grow as brothers within that room, and within the team as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Coach Shep, I see his energy, but you get a front row seat to it. What is he like on a game day? What is he like during practice this time of year? Is he always that high of energy?
He crazy, man. He crazy. Nah, that's my guy, man, and I love the energy he brings. He lights up the room. He lights up others when others are not, really feeling it. And, he just brings the energy. It gets people ready for games. Like, not even just our group, it's like the rest of the team. And he brings that every single day, no matter what day it is, no matter how early it is, how late it is. Like, he's always that same person. And I really respect that, and, it's somebody that I really look up to.
Listen, I'm on the sidelines, and I'm feeling Coach Shep's energy as well, so I can definitely see how he influences you guys. You mentioned Coach DeBoer. You have a great relationship with him. What is it about him that made you want to follow him here at Alabama?
Honestly, it's just how genuine he is and how much he cares about, the people around him. And, just for a person like that to, take a chance on me and, understand what I went through, is honestly, it's really surreal to me that I have a person like him in my life, and I'll forever be grateful that I have a relationship with him like I do.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll leave you with this. I've heard you're a multi-sport athlete, basketball, right? Okay. Who would your starting five be on the team? And you can include yourself in this.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely in that. Nah, it's definitely gonna be Keon Sapp, me, Kalen DeBoer, LT, and Isaiah Horton.
All right, you heard it here first. Starting five for the Alabama football team. Germ, thank you for coming in straight off the practice field to meet with us. So thank you for your time.
Of course, thank you to everybody. Roll Tide.